Hello, Reorganization, and welcome back to Grand Tactician of Civil War as we clash with this Federals in this key battle for, well, I was going to say battle for Washington, which I have said many times. But now I can't help but feel if we push back these 86,000 Federals, those are left in the field, which we are doing sterling work of thus far, the road to Washington kind of stays open. I've not done much in terms of tweaking our formation overnight. So use the brigades which have recovered their morale, put them kind of back into the line, although tried to be a little bit safer positions, and have brought back our skirmishers who did some great work there on day one. Potentially are going to go do the same thing again on day two, but we shall wait to see how the Federals arrange themselves. I've also upgraded my earthworks. We now have these bushels, I can't remember what they're actually called, out front to slow down the advancing Federal infantry as well, and generally make life difficult for them. So let's see where the Federals have arranged themselves. Did you move? I kind of feel like you were in these positions during the night. A little disappointed in the AI there, actually, that they didn't take time to position themselves for attack. Okay. Right, you guys I now want to be dismounted, and I'll get you in loose order and you can actually go back to skirmishing again. I guess I'll do the same over here. Now, these guys were reporting exhaustion, so I will hold them back for a little bit. You guys are quite happy, so let's start by tottering you over here on the horses, and then we'll get you to come off and put some good work in on foot. You are bombarding, excellent. You are counter battery, and you need an upgrade. Have a bombarding upgrade. Is that really the size of your target? I thought it was smaller than that. We shall see if we can get you a better one. My artillery here in Hughes's corps, I don't think we've put to great use, to be honest. I'm not sure it's going to get put to great use. I tried to move a little bit of it, but it's just the sightlines with the woods are poor. So I am concerned that they're not really much better. Now tell me why and how and where are you being flanked, my friend? Just make sure you're facing this way. There you go. Let's not cause ourselves any undue stress now. So we've still got 10,000 men on our Walton who really aren't being used in the southern flanks, which we might be able to do a little bit of reinforcing. But the Federals look all over the place, to be honest. Looks like they're going to push down here again, but they're going to run into the same problems they had yesterday. We will get you guys to go into loose order, and you're going to come take care of this cannonry for me. He's a good chap. You guys, you're too far away. I would like you to kind of maybe try and come in and skirmish in their flanks as the Federal bodies fill the river. And the fools commit to another frontal assault. Ah, you have sharps. Get off your car. Get off your horse. Get in the line. Cause havoc. Excellent. Fulkersons. I think you might be able to stay on your horse all the way around. Let's do it in stages though, I suppose. Let's see how you can see here. I'm tempted to bring you all the way up to this little wooded patch. Because if they haven't moved overnight, then you should have minimal resistance here. Now there may be some reformed infantry brigades, which we may run into, so it's a little bit of a gamble. But I think it should be fine, and then we can start skirmishing up their flanks. Because these isolated pushes are doomed to fail. You are not doing much of anything. Why don't you come here and support? Are you advancing? Apparently so. Likewise here, apparently so. Slow orders, but okay, you get into the side of Ayers, that should be okay. So we might be trying to bring a bit more strength around here to push, but it's going to come in dribs and drabs, so I'm not altogether worried about it. We have a break here? No, you guys are doing okay. Maynard again, should be superior rate of fire, you're in some of the best defences available. These fights should all be going massively in our favour. It's a bit of a weird glitch here where they can't get into the trench. They're trying to fix that, but to no avail. And there you go, it's not even 5:30 in the morning and the 1st Brigades are breaking. Oh man, look at that. 900 dead, 300 left. That is frightening levels of attrition. Oh, they have got in over here. Please engage. Now, I dare say this 2000 or 1800 unit is going to come up much better than the 700 men that are left here. But credit to them for pushing. And that first unit is broken. And well, there's a chunk of men there, but I dare say they're going to be shortly behind. Okay, so we do have Van Cleve on the road, so there's some ones I think have reformed overnight. And yeah, they're going. I don't think they're going to last till midday here. You guys are helping out here, which I'm okay with, I suppose. Don't let them retreat out of range. No, yeah, follow that up, please. Let's push these guys back. At least there's an artillery target up here we can lean upon. Mr. Hayes, be so good as to trouble those Federals with some of your shells. Let's make sure our guests feel welcome. I could put you on counter battery just in case you see something of interest, but your lines of sight are god-awful. We could also do is throw out some skirmishes here. We might not have a range to pick off some of these. Well, they probably bother these Federal brigades quite nicely. Ah, what a flag, Ferguson. Well, why not? Let's throw out some skirmishers. Nothing else with these boys some trouble. Okay, that seems to be going well. Your job is now concentrate on those. Left flank secure-ish. Damn fools. Okay, you've safely made it here, although you don't really have anyone particular to skirmish with. Let's get off your horse. Let's get into loose order, and let's just hang about here for just now. So we may want to try and sweep around here in a little bit of force, actually. I mean, we could take Walton's whole division. He's a little bit distanced from Hughes. We could potentially try and roll up the Union line here. But then there should still be 70,000 Federals. I don't feel like we've seen them all. No, I feel like there's a couple of 20,000 man armies just hanging about somewhere. We at least throw skirmishers out here to deal with these artillery. Most of these I think are going to be detachments, yeah. Picking up my guns from yesterday. You can go pick them off. You can pick them off. You can assist over here. Okay, a few more Federals coming around. You don't really have the greatest range. Do we want to go on a little bit offensive here? Yeah, do you know, why not? Let's give you some support. Okay, this side is all wrapped up. They're not engaging us yet. How far have I asked Walton to come? It's here, okay. Have you fall back to this fence line, please. Just hold that position. Oh! Look what you found. Federals hiding in the grass. Yep. Why don't we treat them to an early morning wake-up call? You winning? Ish. Not sure. Let's pull you back a little bit though. No point in you standing exposed because you don't have the range to reach across the river. Are these guys doing anything? Oh yeah, they're engaging my skirmishers, okay. And you're supposed to be going to help pick off these guns. Nah, you can help out here. Oh, you've actually got muskets. No, don't do that. Not skirmishing with muskets. How are you a 5-star unit with muskets? How have I let that happen? That's wild. So experienced, terrible weaponry. Okay, here's some more Federals coming here. So there might be some supporting armies coming in now. That's that one broken. Okay. I mean, you're winning, but is it enough? No, I'm going to pull you back. I don't feel I'm getting enough value out of those guys. Here's good though. Pick away at them. Here, probably the same, whereas it's maybe not worth it. 50 casualties, 6, 0, okay. Hard to see because they've lost a lot from the day before. They've not lost any. Oh, and they've broken there. Yeah, let's pull you boys back. If you want to come fight us, you can come fight us in the trenches. Useful for taking out the cavalry, but sorry, cannons, but not much else at this point. Where are you going, Smith? Alright, you're coming down this way. Fine, I suppose. Just lying in the field taking it. Could you please attack them? Okay. Well, we've killed 4,000 more Federals before breakfast. I'll take that. You need to alter your position. You're supposed to be on counter battery. You are. You might as well hit them as well. Let's get speed up. So there's a whole lot of not very much happening this morning. Why is your division stop moving, Walton? Oh. I think they just melee charged my skirmishers. It did not work out for them. Oh, you're being skirmished now, okay. Fall back. What are these guys doing? Truth be told, they don't know. That's why all they've actually pushed in for a proper attack here. That's good to see. I wonder if you have got line of sight to do a little bit of work over here for us. Okay, 15,000 Federals. About 3 to 1. You can probably come back now. No point taking a whole brigade on. Probably likewise here. You did good. They've sent out more detachments to take those cannons. Kind of to be expected. What in the bejesus were you doing out here? Well, aren't you in a little bit of a pickle? Well, let's see if we can't alleviate that for you. No, please engage. Okay, this should go relatively well, especially now once we've got these boys on the flank. Now they're going to take a little bit of fire from the other flank, which is not ideal. See if you can find some support. No, don't do that. Come in behind. I'd love to be able to do the Ultimate General drawing routes. I think that was a fantastic tool in that game. This might cost us a chunk of fullertons here. I think they're going to give better than they get. But it's still going to cost us some men. Meanwhile, we're all steady over here, apart from Ferguson's mad charge, which I'll not ask questions about. Okay. Sorry, try and get a reasonable picture here. Trees out the way. I mean, these guys should just be dropping. Yeah, 50 more casualties there. Rough day for Union men. Did you stop? Who told you to stop attacking? With your awesome battle flag. Okay, you go into position. Excellent. I would like you to dismount. I'd like to go into loose order. I would like you to make your way over here. And offer us a little bit of help with this somewhat tricky Federal Brigade. Likewise. And then we'll get you to turn once everyone else is in position. Good. Smith, do come up and hold the line for us. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, any more Federals pushing? Not meaningfully. Scott is whipped. Oh. Ah, it's my Sharps boys again. Oh no, Mississippi's. Okay. Small units, fine. Winder is losing men. Where are you? Just here. Okay, seems to be a tricky patch. And here as well. Hold, boys, hold. No, there's a little bit of a gap in our line forming here, but I'm not too worried about it. We should be able to reinforce. Especially with Walton now starting to push up the flank. Alright, gents, advance in good order. Okay, this is going well. You're about to break, so let's have you fall back if you can. You're going to come off our flank. Okay. You should be fine if you get out of the fight for a little bit. If you get out of the fight for a little bit. Always a big if. You are now well rested, so I'm going to bring you over this way. You can help out with our skirmishing and flanking. Oh, you guys are in a bit of a pickle. Nope, he's just ignoring you. I'm okay with that. You're continuing to skirmish very effectively. Excellent. Please fall back. They completely... Oh, fiddlesticks. Dangers of being so far away from your commander. Job done, they pull out. No, they haven't broken completely. Okay, oh, we did get the order. Excellent. And they break. Darn. Okay, I'll take them a while to come back from that, unfortunately. I have to watch about overexposing myself. Walton? No, not Walton. Maney. Yes, you're coming over here. Perfect. You're going to help hold this position in my line. Just watch, keep an eye on kind of reinforcements coming in this direction. Everything else seems kind of hunky-dory. Maybe he's going to help support this push, because this is quite a little bit of an exposed corner. Johnson, I'm going to bring you over here. And let's bring Morgan with us. You're going to turn and shoot. You, my lads, are going to dismount. Getting your loose order and offer a flanking position. Yeah, okay, there's a whole bunch of Federal infantry coming now. We will have to be careful. I think we might have to extract ourselves a little bit. Depending on how many more brigades turn up. Although we do have our own numbers here. That is to be sure. Although we're starting to get that kind of open ground fighting. As one starts to get hungry for the win. Take a few more risks. But these guys are knackered after having marched in position. Yeah. But there's rather a lot of them. Alright, I say it's time to try and pull back a little bit. Well and good, sir. Let's have your brigade fall back to here if you can. Let's not do that because I need to orders individually. Yeah, you are going to fall back like so. You're going to take up this position here. And you're going to take up this position here. And then we'll fall back towards our lines. Hopefully in an orderly fashion. You just need to get out, that's fine. You may lose. Lose? You may be sacrificed, but that's a price I'm willing to pay, unfortunately. Please fall back. Thank you, you are. Good man. You are well and truly broken. And elsewhere they're doing absolutely nothing. 22,000 dead. Whoosh! Whoosh! Okay. Are we engaging here? Yeah. Alright. Okay, what targets do you guys have? None. Let's change that. Oh no, that's fine, yeah. We know there's someone in there somewhere. Yeah, let's have you pull back. Are you my Colt Brigade? You aren't. Yeah, you're just kind of not doing much of anything in this fight. Pull out, please. Right, you need to get a dodge. Yeah, they did break and run, which is fine, but they bought us a bunch of time. I'm not too upset with that. Can you please get out of here? Good God, man, how long does it take for an order to get to you? The last thing I can do is just get my officer to go forward a little bit. Yeah, because you're about to be shot in the rear. I really just want to get you out of here. Where are you going? Not advance or charge, it's a retreat. Okay, you're going a bit close. I should be able to get the fallback order now at least. I'll have you boys stand up strong here. We'll apparently get some local 2-on-1s. Which is fine and dandy if that's how they want to deal with it. Right, let's not get too sucked in. Anywhere else happening? No. Okay, hopefully you're now in bugle range. I can give the order to fall back. Fighting retreat, if you will, please. And we'll head back to our lines. A reasonable foray, I think. But yeah, all the Federal reserves coming in. But it looks like we're getting out there intact. That's what we want to see. And the Federals are up to almost nothing anywhere else along the line. Excellent. Get them, boys. Ooh. Okay, you are now back here, which is good. You are my Colts, you can get out of the way. I'm going to have you gents retreat back to these lines, please, I think. And we'll get your fine commander to come out with you, Mr. Johnson. I'm going to start to pull back with our own troops as well. In an orderly manner, if you will. Get a little more centre here, Walton. Good. Oh, another looks like a little bit of a push here. Are you engaged? No, but you should be. Scoot yourself forward. Quiet their guns. Oh, Macintosh. That's a lot of losses. How about some iron discipline? How about you get on your horse and then get out of here, please? Toot sweet. Yeah? Move. That's quite the blue wave that's coming. Just get out of the way, please. Ah, fools. Honestly. Okay, you are now out of contact. That's great. You jump into these lines. Oh, you've kind of recovered. Let's just get you behind the lines over here. And you gents broke. That's fine. It kind of happens sometimes. Ah! But they've had enough. Okay. So we lost a couple thousand more there towards the end. I think it was maybe, I don't know, was it foolish to push out in the south? I feel like we should have, I feel vindicated in trying something. And we have killed 27,000 Federals, so it's still ratios of what, 3 to 1? And that's a pretty darn good day's work, isn't it? Pretty darn good day's work, which should, by my accounts, leave the road to Washington wide open. And hopefully, giving us a few more guns to send to Mr. Lee. Well, blooming heck, 200 actual artillery pieces. Right, so I didn't have enough, like, Springfield to equip a unit before the battle. Be interesting to see what I have left now. So I would also like to grab the 20,000 dudes from Beauregard and ship them over to this army here. Because we are suffering a little bit with losses. And we need to replace them. We good? Awesome. Glorious battery of Longbridge. 27,500 casualties. And we took 8,700. We captured 17,000 rifles. Music to my ears. So let's have a quick look. Quick 12 tabs. Weapons. Okay. So some more carbines. A few more rifles. Nothing much there. Okay, Halls. Colt, Richmonds. Okay, only 4.2 thousand Springfield Rifle muskets, so that's another brigade. That's not. I thought it was going to be more, to be honest. I think maybe we just captured a bunch of muskets. Akfui. Well, one brigade is better than nothing. I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. Now these guys are going to be a little worse for wear, although not terrible. In fact, you can do offensive work on yellow, I believe. So we'll see what that looks like at the end of the battle. The other little sneaky thing we could do is actually get Beauregard to take Washington itself, and then reinforce with the rest of our armies when required. Now we do need to kick out the Department of the West here. So let's get to it. Good job, Mr. Lee. And, well, no, I was going to give the guns to Lee. But there is that one unit with muskets I had what to deal with. But at the same time, you have many units, I think, with muskets, yeah. So we'll give you one. No, not replace your commander, upgrade your guns. There you go, you can have some Springfield Rifle muskets. That'll do. Okay, no more slavery in territories. Fine. Oh, hello, Pennsylvania. Where are you going? Please run away quicker. Might get stopped with a fort. Okay, we're into night time. There will be a second day's worth of battle. Navy's moving out again. and you are running away. Come here. Where are you going? You're going to take the supply depot back. After him, lads. Okay, you're at the fort. How do we feel about the fort? 50-50, okay. But do you know what? Haha, see you later. To be perfectly honest. Well, I was going to say, you can have your forks. I'm going to take DC. Yeah, and you... We'll get them in position and then we'll transfer the men over. More bonds. Our economy's in a troubled place. How's the raiders doing? Raiding away. Yeah, you need to get out of the territory we control. Okay, we have 9,500 versus 27,000. This should be a non-event. And it should give us Missouri. So oddly enough, apparently we've been tasked with defending Soggy Bottom. Which my exposure to the Great British Bake Off has told me is a poor thing indeed. But to be honest, I think we are just going to get quite aggressive with this young federal chap. So presumably he's going to come either this way or this way. So we are just going to kind of set up here. And I think without much fanfare or to-do or defensive works, we are just going to take the fight to them and destroy them. We'll kind of set up a little bit in front of these forwards, see which direction he comes from. Okay, you gents down to say here. Get some supporting ones nearby on the river. I'm being a little bit haphazard about this, but we'll get you guys to come forward a little bit as well. And why don't you gents get yourself down to about here and we'll sweep into the flank. Cool. Now you could, I suppose, come across this bridge south down here and try and skip round me. One is hopeful we just find him and engage him. I mean, even if he takes the point, we'll just go back and take it. It's a challenging one up on a hill. Would give us a task. But I dare say we have the numbers. In fact, why don't you come all the way down to this bridge? We could come over this bridge if he's really trying to get around me. Come up onto the heights, do a little bit of scouting, see if we can find where on earth they've gone. Oh. Okay, we've found them. No, let's get your whole division. Come over this way. Let's get your division. Come over this way. I think you gents are going to end up coming in behind their main infantry forces. Oh, there they are there. Back up in this direction. They're going to try and push the... They are indeed, okay. We can get our own skirmishers. Oh, these guys have sharps as well. Actually, I've not even got you in position. That's poor. Yeah, hammer that position, everyone. You come here, you come here, and you guys are going to come up through the woods like so, and all should be well. And then we'll take standard here and bring you over to support directly. I dare say it may be a done and dusted thing by the time our support gets into place. Let's slow things down a little bit. Okay, our detachment's not doing very well here. Let's pull you back. Oh, hello. That was unexpected. 2 chunks of you. Okay. You only have mixed muskets. You have mixed muskets. I give you one of you. One of you just got new weapons. Put them to good use, sir. You can cross here, and I'm going to get you to dismount and skirmish for me. As we do a bit of a high speed. Just engage. You engage. You guys are moving. That's fine. Although these guys all just think of mixed cavalry weapons. I forgot I've not upgraded them yet. Please dismount. Please loose order. Please come take care of that. Can I get a new fresh batch of skirmishers? Who skirmishers? Skirmishers who are going to take care of you. You're engaging there, that's fine. Likewise. We want to get that artillery piece. Fine and dandy down here. Okay, less spectacular. If you can't fall back, no point throwing good federal lives away. Okay, this all seems to be going fine, apart from a little minor struggle over here, but c'est la vie. And there they go, they're off. Good. Ah, you can give me a farewell present, why not? Okay, good. Max speed. How did that stack up? Yeah, okay, 2 to 1. Probably not spectacular given the overwhelming advantage we got, but I think it was enough. Perfect. Oh, 15 more guns. Thank you very much. So all going well. That should be Missouri in the morning. Okay, there we go. Another victory, albeit a minor one. So let's have a quick look at... I know we're running on time here. Let's look at front lines. Okay, so you're just about out of our own territory. I'll not question the route you're taking. You have a gentleman in Washington. I don't believe there's anyone left in Missouri. I'm afraid you may need to go and clear these gentlemen out, just in case that's not enough to make them flip. I can't remember how long it took for Kentucky. Okay, you're now raiding. Do we still have a raid indicator? We do, fair enough. So close to Washington falling. How are you doing? Oh, we're about to lose this fort, actually. I'm kind of okay with that trade. You have not moved up. Please move up, good sir. Come on, DC. Okay, Fort Warren has fallen. Okay, we lost 2,500 men. They lost 500. Fine. I mean, a bit over the top. To be honest, I think it's a trade I will gladly accept. And there she goes. Johnny Reb has DC. So pray tell, what do you like? Wow, 26. So if Missouri flips, and I'm not quite sure why she hasn't. Capture St. Louis, defeat all Union armies in Missouri, which, as far as more we have done, defeating all 3 of them. Then by my reckoning, this is going to be it. So they're going to maybe come and try and push us out with a fairly small force. Which I don't particularly fancy their chances of. Yeah, okay. Fine, alright, we're not done just yet. Alright, we're going to put a cut in here then. So next time... Well, actually, if we give them a good enough whooping in this battle, that might push them under 25 anyway, Missouri or not. So I have a funny feeling next time might be our last outing. But anyway, which is the thing, I feel like we're just getting going with a few different bits and pieces. Yeah, so we'll see how she goes. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheerio.